Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Baby formula.
All right, guys, so quarantine got us messed up. It got us all rusty. When was the last time you had to come up with a cool fit, huh? You remember this feeling, huh? When you would lay your best outfit out, next to your bed, exactly how you would wear it with the shoes and all, because you want to stay strapped for the next morning. That hasn't happened in a minute. And just like anything in life, if you haven't done it in a while, you lose it. It's like a muscle. I like to think of making fits like a muscle. Just like, why do you think it's called a fit? Just something to think about. But just like a muscle, I think that you can completely train it and get it back to where it was. And there are 5 different ways to do it, or at least 5 ways that I could think of. And as you can see, I've been in the lab, so you know this is gonna be a good video. Look how hard I'm working right now. You can't see it, but I'm working hard. But we're gonna go in order of complexity. We're gonna start very simple and effective, and then make our way to the cool, creative stuff later, because you gotta start somewhere. All right, so starting off with the first way you can style a fit is minimalistic. All right, so this is very modern. It's very easy. It's probably the way that 90% of people style their outfits nowadays. It's the modern excuse for no effort. Like, hey, look at my room. Look at my room. It's not empty. It's minimal interior design. I like to call it minimal interior design. And if I can do it to my room, you can do it to your fits. All right, so with this, to make it look cool, I put an emphasis on the fit of the fit. Like, you can have an all black fit and then just play around with how your shirt and your pants go. Like here I have a pretty standard fit. Everything's pretty chill. But right here, I have the same type of pieces, but with different fits. Same selection, different vibe. Different fit, different fit. You see that, guys? That's called minimalistic writing right there. Minimalism. Look at these. You got 3 different fits, no effort, minimal, but all different vibes. This technique is probably going to give you your most low effort fit, but it's definitely the most impactful for your thought and time. But it's time to spice things up. Everyone knows how to do it minimal. Now we got to move on to the next technique, which is color. And this is cool because you can get an idea if your fit's going to look good or not before you even style it. And that's called color theory. So you can be preemptive and not do anything stupid. Color theory is not only responsible for some of the best work in digital media and fashion and architecture and interior design. It's not just responsible for that. It's also responsible for my career. So put some respect on its name. It's the reason I'm here. But by this, you can figure out a fit's composition based on the colors that it's paired with. It's really easy. You could use the color wheel right here. Like, you got complementary colors like blue and orange, or green and red, or you got analogous colors that fall in line really close to one another, making it real cool to make tonal outfits. An easy out with color blocking is like, color blocking your top with your bottom, or color blocking a jacket with a shirt underneath. But you could also get like really granular with the different types of color schemes. It's a lot of fun. Like with shoe color schemes, or with the graphics on a t-shirt. There's a lot of room to play with it here. And the best part about this technique is you can use your imagination and/or the color wheel to kind of figure out what type of colors your outfit's gonna look like before even buying it. So you don't have to waste money. You can be more proactive. And also, you can take it a step further and really be sure of yourself and use to sponsor this video, ShopTagger. And that's what I'm using here. Look how I can see all my fits, guys. Look how happy I am. Look how happy I am using ShopTagger.com. ShopTagger is the best thing to use when you're online shopping, and it's totally free. Don't even stress about it. It's not even a technique. When you install it, you'll get this blue boy right here. It's a drop-down menu, bam, where you can save an item that you like when you're shopping in a specific size, depending on how big or small your parents were, or type of price change, depending on how stingy you are with your money. I have low standards, so I pick any price change. Or you could do the best feature, which is the one I use a lot, the list feature, where you can save an item in a specific list. It's kind of like an e-closet to figure out if your pieces are going to look good with one another before even buying them, like I've been saying 5 times in this video. Look at this. Look at the color blocking. Look at the whatever. You can arrange the pieces however. It's really convenient. It's like a mood board with Pinterest. Look at this. I even got the color wheel. Look how extra I am. I don't care that much, but you can. But I even use it when I'm not planning anything, like if I'm just window shopping or whatever. Like these Rick pants right here. They were sold out on Essence when I saw them, but I'm like, oh, they're sick. And then I didn't want to pay resale on Grailed because I'm like, I just moved, I'm broke. So then I saved them, and then like not even a week later, I got a notification from ShopTagger that they were back in stock, and also they were on sale too. I don't know what that's about. Maybe they were returned or end of season sale. They found new stock. Who knows, man? I'm not asking any questions. And ShopTagger will also search the web for coupons on checkout if you just let it, so you know you're getting the best deal every single time. And then they also had this cashback feature where this thing will pop up if you're on a store that supports it. Bam, you just click it and then you're good to go. Just go ahead and shop. So go click the link in the description, sign up for ShopTagger, put your information, go make an account, and then install the browser extension. I use Chrome because it's the best one. Don't argue with me. And then bam, you're good to go. Whenever you're shopping, you'll get the blue boy. It's shoptagger.com. Go install it. Thank you to ShopTagger for sponsoring this video. All right, coming in at number 3, we're starting to kick off the fun in this video. This is where things are starting to get hectic and wild. We got the centerpiece technique, and it's pretty self-explanatory what I'm talking about here. But this is what you should have fun with. Honestly, if you're not having fun by now, you're either A, thinking too much, you're either thinking way too much, or B, you're playing it too safe and not doing anything cool. You're just playing your comfort zone, which is boring. Or C, you just have chronic pain, which is never fun. But if you're one of the first two, you gotta change that. But again, centerpiece, you pick one thing that you style around. One cool centerpiece that you style your whole fit around. It's like interior design, you pick a cool, like coffee table or whatever, and you design around it. So with this, it's pretty self-explanatory, it's pretty simple, but also you can get very versatile with it. Like instead of just getting one thing and then being plain around it, you can also get one thing and then style around it and just totally wild out. Like for example, I'm gonna use these Prestos for example. They're a good centerpiece, they're pretty wild, the shape's kind of weird, the color seems kind of wonky, there's patterns. Like I could just easily get a cool pair of pants that fit the shape, go easy on the top, and bam, it's a good fit, it's simple, I could wear this anywhere. Or I could anticipate the design of the Prestos and then style around it and make my whole fit kind of fit that universe. It's the centerpiece of the fit and the fit goes with it. See, look at this. I look like a villain in the live action remake of Cyber Chase. But it's fine. But no, I kind of use this as like a cheat code to wearing the cool things in my closet that I never have the balls to, because I can either just do what I said earlier and go plain with everything to kind of bring the item back down to earth, or I could just while out. I mean, I opt for the latter more because it's more fun. Stop thinking too much. And if you have chronic pain, go see a doctor. All right, the next technique, we're getting even crazier. We're leaving thinking and planning aside, and we're going with just feeling. This is all about feeling. I'm talking about the vibe technique. We're just gonna vibe out today. We're just gonna vibe out today. All right, everybody vibe out. Okay, we're vibing. I like, if it's like a formula, it's kind of just like insert whatever type of fit you want to build around, type beat. You know what I mean? Like Drake type beat or Lil Uzi type beat. But then put like, I don't know, Starbucks run with cute barista that I want to impress but not look like I'm trying too hard type beat. Bam. You see what I'm saying? It's like you just put type beat and then just imagine what it would look like. And in my head, my imagination goes, I'm casual, like I'm just going to Starbucks in the morning or the afternoon or whatever. Like I just gotta go pick up my drink. But then I also want to look like I know what I'm doing and that I'm like put together and stuff. So I'm gonna use basics, probably like a hoodie or like an easygoing pair of pants and some cool shoes, maybe some cool shoes. But then I'm gonna bling up, you know? I look like I know what I'm doing. I'm grabbing the cup from her and I have all these rings. And it's like, oh, he's cool. He knows what he's doing type beat. But he's also very casual because I smell good and I'm wearing a hoodie. So does this make sense to anyone? Or here's a better example. Or like Shia LaBeouf type beat. Like that's an easy fit to make. Bam, look, Shia LaBeouf type beat, easy. I actually go with Shia LaBeouf type beat a lot. This one takes a minute to get the hang of because there's really no rules, you know? I've kind of ditched the rules here, but I think the best way to kind of get around it is to just know the basics of making an outfit in terms of piece selection and color theory. So you're kind of implementing the past 3 to get here, but once you get here, it's a lot of fun. And touching ground on no rules, we got the last outfit, which is just no correlation. But also kind of also the best types of outfits, random. So this is low-key the best one because it forces you out of your comfort zone. The whole point of this technique is to just do things, not think, and go out of gut feeling. And then like hope it looks good. And if it doesn't look good, it's like, all right, well, we're moving on here. But then on the good side, if you do things that look good, you're like, oh, wow, this is insane. I would have never done this if I was sober. I mean, I would have never done this if I was thinking. See, now you have new perspective that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Like an example of something that I randomly thought of without thinking, was this blazer with this have a crappy day shirt. It's like, this is not supposed to work. But it's just funny because it's like, obviously with this, you're going to have a lot of moments where you feel like you're just stupid in the mirror, but you have those moments anyways. You might as well have fun doing it and then maybe get something out of it. Highly recommend going into your wardrobe and just mixing up pieces that would never go together otherwise and just have fun with it. Just a lot of these, I'm talking about just aiming to have fun with fashion again, because then you'll fall back in love and then you'll make cooler fits. That's just really all it is. And you'll save money because you'll find new ways to make fits with your clothes. It's a win-win, guys. I hope all of you win-win here. Well, yeah, I hope those 5 techniques gave you new perspective on how to make cool fits all the time. My favorite one is obviously the vibe and the random one. But hey, man, everyone's different. Just find what works best for you. And also, October 16th, the final Respect Women capsule's coming. It's gonna be so sick. It's probably my favorite one yet. I have the quality on this one's really good. I got a designer. The blanks are insane. Just the last one, and then big news following it that I can't wait to tell you about, but I gotta do this last Respect Women one first because it just makes sense. But for this one, the profits are gonna be donated to rain.org in solidarity and support of the victims of sexual misconduct, which I think is really cool. It's like, there's just so much bad crap going on in the world. You just kind of got to help out where you can, you know? Also, a new episode of the podcast is now live. This one's one of my favorites because we just had so much fun doing it. It's crazy. This thing I love, so go check it out. Everything will be in the description. Thank you to Shop Tagger for sponsoring this video. I realize how much crap I have going on, type beat. But go check out all my stuff, guys. I think I'm pretty cool.